Oh my god, finally something new! A new movie! Extraction. So Extraction is a Netflix original movie. It stars Chris Hemsworth. It's produced by the Russo brothers, aka the fathers of the biggest movie of all time, which is a year old today. In Extraction, Chris Hemsworth plays a mercenary named Tyler Rake. He's hired to rescue the son of a drug lord who has been kidnapped by another drug lord. So yeah, Chris Hemsworth has to go extract him and bring him back home safe. Sounds pretty simple, but I was actually pretty confused by the plot a couple times in this movie. But actually, I thought this movie was pretty cool. First of all, Chris Hemsworth, the guy has proven that he has acting chops. He's really good at mixing humor and drama, or badassery and drama. Like one minute he'll be in complete action mode, throwing down, and then the next scene will be like some dramatic scene, and he'll really pull off the emotion. He has good chemistry with this kid. The kid's name is Ovi in this movie. They got some good scenes where their dialogue, they're talking with each other. The dialogue's pretty well written, and the kid was a pretty good actor too. If I had to guess, he's probably around like 15 or 16 years old, and the movie could have blown up in the filmmakers' faces if the kid wasn't a good actor. Luckily, I felt he was. But folks, I'm just gonna get right into the action, because the action is the star of this movie. Because the action scenes are completely awesome. They're really well choreographed. There's no superpowers involved here. It's just guys hand-to-hand combat or fighting with guns. Good choreography is what separates exciting action scenes from boring action scenes. The hand-to-hand combat scenes are really well choreographed here. It's exciting as fuck. But it's not just the hand-to-hand scenes. Some of the action scenes in this movie reminded me of Grand Theft Auto, where like it's a car chase scene, they're just trying to get away from the cops. There's a scene where someone shoots a chopper with a bazooka. Who hasn't done that in GTA 5? But there's one action scene in this movie, it's got to be the best action scene I have seen all year so far. Because it goes on and it's like one continuous shot. It goes on for like 12 minutes. It's super duper impressive. It's like, remember that fight scene in Creed where it's all one big continuous shot and it was really impressive? It was like that, except it was hand-to-hand combat and gun shootouts and car chases, all in one big shot. It was awesome. The action to me was the best part of the movie. However, I will say the plot left some things to be desired. I didn't hate the plot by any means, but like I said, I was confused a couple times throughout. It was complex. I was like, wait a minute, who's this guy and what's his motivation again? I had to have it explained to me by the person I was watching this movie with, because my idiot brain couldn't keep up sometimes, I guess. And it felt like the movie did take some time to get going. Like, I didn't really get into the movie until about 15 minutes in when the first action scene happened. Until then, though, it was like when you wake up in the morning and you have that morning taste in your mouth, you're like, yeah. You're just like, all right, I gotta brush my teeth or eat something just to get that morning taste out of my mouth. But then once that morning taste is out of your mouth, then you're good for the rest of the day. That's this movie. Kinda slow to start. You want to get to that first action scene already, and once there is that first action scene, you're in it till the end. David Harbour's in this movie, briefly. And let me tell you something about David Harbour. I love the guy. And I think it's really impressive when he can steal a scene that has Chris Hemsworth in it. Because let's be honest with ourselves, Chris Hemsworth chews scenery. He does. He's big, he's ripped, he's charismatic, he's a badass. Then along comes David Harbour about halfway through. He's like, yeah, I'm a big, ripped, charismatic badass as well, and I'm also funny. Because he was funny in this movie. He had a couple lines that had me laughing out loud. Plus, he was also a really good character. So you got a couple scenes in this movie where you got Chris Hemsworth and David Harbour. Yeah, that's never a bad thing, unless it's written badly, which it's not in this movie. It's good stuff. The score in this film was written by Henry Jackman and Alex Belcher. Henry Jackman is a really good composer. I'm a big fan of his work, and the score in this movie was good, but it was forgettable. It's one of those scores that it really worked in the vibe of the movie, but I'm not gonna search it out on iTunes or something. It wasn't memorable, but it was functional. In fact, there were some scenes where I actually thought the music was pretty cool. Like it would be an establishing shot or something. Like I liked the way this movie was shot as well. A lot of handheld, but it didn't get to the point of like I couldn't see anything because it was so shaky. The handheld element made it feel really real. It's really boots on the ground, gonna get dirty and gritty action and violence. It's a rated R movie. So with the handheld camera element, with the good fighting choreography, and the good music going along with it, it's pretty damn entertaining. I forgot how awesome rated R action scenes can be because I haven't watched a rated R action movie in a while. Like not since Birds of Prey. So when Chris Hemsworth was just pulling off headshots, just bam, bam, bam! The sound effects are really good. Those gunshots are loud. It's really gratifying to see someone's face just go What can I say? I'm a dude. I also love the ending of this movie. I'm not gonna spoil it, but I just thought it was really well written. I was like, oh, I did not see that coming. Good call, movie. So yeah, in the end, I thought Extraction was pretty cool. Solid writing, solid acting, solid characters, awesome action, good score, albeit forgettable sometimes. It's definitely worth checking out. Would I watch it again? Yeah, you know what? I would. It's a solid movie. So Extraction, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Whatever you think, go ahead and leave a comment. Oh, and also in my last video, which was about the movie The Artist, I said that that movie would be hard to find because it's not streaming anywhere. Well, it's now streaming on Netflix. Go figure. So go watch it if you haven't yet. And don't forget to subscribe.